Welcome to part 4 of the Tokaido Challenge video series. My name is Tony.Vega. In this video series, you're going to get to see me walk from Kyoto to Tokyo. That's about 500 kilometers, 300 miles. I'm legally blind. It was challenging as hell, but it was quite the adventure. I know you've probably heard me say this already if you've been watching from the beginning. Sorry about that, but just in case anybody jumps in at part 4, I got to give a little bit of context. So if you want to watch the rest though, there's links down below. Again, this is part 4. And by the way, before we get into the rest of the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like button, comment, spread the word about the video series and this YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. So here we go. Here's part 4 of the Tokaido Challenge. Tokaido Challenge, day 9. So I am still in Aichi Prefecture. I am in the Chiryu city, well, Chiryu area. That's where the post town is, and this is Chiryu city in Aichi Prefecture. This is the Tokaido Road, according to Google Maps. Just, like we've seen before, it's just like a little side street neighborhood, nice and all, but, just a typical street, nothing outrageous. So today I'm headed to Fujikawa. So, let me see. I know there's two, that's this. I'm gonna cross Okazaki. I'm gonna get into Okazaki City, which is another city in Aichi Prefecture. And Fujikawa is, well, there's one Okazaki Juku. I'm not gonna go there, I'm just gonna pass right through as fast as possible, just no stopping. I may be on the route number 1, or maybe today the route will take me more towards this Tokaido. I don't know. Probably I'll end up on route number 1 at some point. The Kokudo Ichigo. By the way, I don't know if this is going to be part of another video or what, but my name is Tony, and I'm walking from Kyoto to Tokyo, and I'm documenting this crazy little process. I'm legally blind, so I'm using this around. I can't see the traffic lights. There's stuff happening that I'm not seeing, but I'm making my way towards Tokyo. And Fujikawa is in Okazaki City. That's another of the Juku, of the Shukubamachi, the post towns. And I'm headed towards the Fujikawa station, the Meitetsu line. And then at the end of the day, I'll go back to Nagoya, where I'm going to spend the last night in Nagoya. By the end of today, I believe I should be at a third of the Tokaido. I've made it from Kyoto, and I will have made it to Okazaki City in Aichi Prefecture. That, I'm not bragging, but come on, that's an accomplishment, right? I can say I've walked from Kyoto to Tokyo. Yes, there was that little chunk where I had to take that taxi across that mountain area. But between all the times I've gotten lost and all that, I've ended up walking the same distance, I think, even if I had to take the taxi. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I can now say I've walked from Kyoto to Nagoya and beyond, actually. And then from there, it'll be heading towards Toyohashi, and then off to Shizuoka Prefecture, which is going to have a lot of these post towns that I'm walking by or through. Whew, I am starting to feel the fatigue a bit. I went out again last night just to eat. I don't drink, so man, if I was drinking, I'd be dead. I wouldn't be waking up early. Oh, but no, I just went out to eat with a friend who came from Kansai, another digital artist doing digital art. Great artist. Her name is Yuka Mitsufuji. So you can look her up. But sorry, people there, bicycles. So I went out again tonight. We'll go out again tonight. Went out last night, and then tomorrow evening I'll be staying in Hamamatsu in Shizuoka Prefecture. So still got quite a ways to go, but every little day, making progress. Every day making a little bit of progress. Maybe that's what I wanted to say, little by little. man, and the exchange rate right now is so good for the dollar. It's like, what is it, $1, almost 150 yen, I think? It's ridiculous. So I really got lucky on the time for this. The weather has been great. Yeah, it's been hot as hell. I guess technically we are in autumn. It's still not as hot as summer. So it's been hot the past few days. But, you know, I can handle it, whatever. It is what it is. But I'd rather have a bit of hot weather than like a typhoon, for example. So it has been going quite well despite the little setbacks here and there. I am 1 day behind schedule because I took a day off. I'm hoping I can take a day off in Shizuoka, but I am a little worried about the scheduling. I only have 30 days, and you know I need to get to Tokyo by October 20th because my return flight is on the 21st. So I need to do some calculations, and to be perfectly honest, I haven't planned out the latter portion of this trip. I just have a hotel in Hamamatsu and I haven't planned out the rest. So I need to do that. And I kind of need a day off to do that. Or maybe I'll do a really short day where I only walk like 7-8 kilometers or 5 kilometers or something. I'm not sure. But I'll figure it out. For now, I'm just walking to Fujikawa. Got to get that done today, and then we'll see what time I finish. Go out to dinner tonight. Maybe I have a little bit of time to get on the computer tonight and you know, sort some stuff out. But we'll see. If I run into anything interesting along the way, I'll be back. Otherwise, maybe it'll be tonight. I don't know. You know, there's like, oh, it gets so boring out there sometimes, you know, like it's just route number one, cars, and you know, I'm listening to a lot of stuff to keep my mind alert. You know, audiobooks and music. I've said it before, but a good amount of super Eurobeat keeps me energized. You know, super Eurobeat for the Tokaido. So I will be doing that soon once I get on the long portion train that way. Yeah, because I think I'm gonna have to turn left very soon. Anyway, all right, I'll leave it at that, and you know, maybe there's an update coming along the way. It's another hot one today. Man, I mean, I think you can tell how sunny it is. So, you know, this hoodie I'm wearing is SPF, has SPF 50. The pants too. I'm wearing a glove on my left hand and I'm covering my right hand with my sleeve. Sometimes I put on a glove on the other hand too. But yeah, and the hats and the hood. So I'm pretty well protected. I do have sunblock on my face, which I reapply after, I don't know, three hours or so, 2-3 hours. Whew, and I'm sweating, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know if this is route number 1, but it's one of these big boring ones. Yeah, there's a sidewalk. A while back, like way back, like maybe like 30 minutes ago, I was in a more like not that walk friendly area. I mean, there was still like areas to walk, but there was construction going on, and so one of the construction workers that was the kind of traffic guy, you know how they stand out there like on a corner with their little light and stuff in direct traffic. One of that guys like, oh, this is closed off. So then you know, he walked me around the obstacle and off to the other side, and I just kept walking from there. Of course, said thank you and all that, and he was very nice. But it's just, you know, I don't know. I must be a very strange sight to most people in these like out of the way areas. You know, this foreign. Oh, sorry.
Turn left.
Turn left. This foreign guy in this getup here, you know, looking like this with the UV glasses. They're transparent, but they've got the UV block, whatever, you know, lenses. So yeah, it must be quite a sight to see, and kind of strange for them. It's like, wait, this is a Japanese guy? Maybe it's a oh wait, no, it's not a Japanese guy. Oh, okay. Wait, what's this blind guy doing like in the middle of nowhere here? And he's not from here. It's just confusing, right? It's just funny. It's funny. And oh, yesterday I had somebody pull up in a car and said like, hey, you need help? They tried, well, they spoke in English. Not, I mean, it was clearly not a native English speaker. But I was like, no, it's okay. I'm walking. So people, ask for help, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm not stranded out here. Ah, these crazy things I do, huh? But yeah, still got quite a ways to go till Fujikawa. I may not even be in Okazaki yet. I really don't know. But whatever the case, I'll be there in a few hours. It's break time. I'm just sitting here on the floor. It's a hot one today. I know I already said that, but it is. So I got my sandwich. And I bought this morning at the convenience store. And I think the road is up there. Yeah, I guess you can probably see the cars zooming by. So I just tried to find the shade. So, just sitting on the floor here. I got a little over 2 hours till Fujikawa. Yeah, I'll get there fine. I've been making good progress. Just gonna take a quick break, eat my sandwiches, and then get on my way. I'm almost at Fujikawa Station. Whew. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get there around 4 p.m. give or take a bit. Probably a little after 4. And one of my Japanese followers, somebody else doing digital photos, she's gonna be there because she lives in Okazaki City. So she must be not too far away. And she's gonna come say hello. As you can tell, woo, it's hot. I'm sweating, and I'm looking forward to sitting in an air-conditioned train, making my way back to Nagoya. Oh yeah. All right, so I made it to Fujikawa. That means I've done a third of the way to Tokyo. I think this is the entrance. So yeah, a third in 8 days. This was day 9, but one day was a day off. I'm waiting for my follower, my friend. Should be around here, I believe, but I'll leave it at that. Day 10 starts tomorrow with I'm going to be Fujikawa, going to the Toyohashi Toyokawa area. Whew. Hope it's a little less hot. That would be great. But that's it for now. Hey, Tokaido Challenge Day 10. Hey, so yeah, I'm walking from Kyoto to Tokyo. I've made it a third of the way. My name is Tony, and this is my original character, Maji-son. But anyway, Maji-son is kind of what sparked this whole thing, but that's a story for another time. So today I am in Nagoya. Originally, I was going to move to Hamamatsu. Well, I am moving to Hamamatsu, and I was going to take the day off tomorrow, but actually I have a blister on my left pinky toe, and it's healing. It started like maybe 2-3 days ago, but yeah, it got worse and it got really painful yesterday. It's better today. It's quite a bit better today. So I'm gonna take it off today because if I walk originally the plan was to walk like 25 kilometers, like 13 miles from Fujikawa, where I left off yesterday, to Toyohashi. If I do that, it'll probably get worse again. So I need to be careful about that. So day off today. Take it easy in Nagoya. And then move on maybe around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock to Hamamatsu in Shizuoka, and then hopefully pick up where I left off tomorrow, or walk backwards from Shizuoka, maybe from Hamamatsu. We'll see. So this is the view from my hotel room, 13th floor in Nagoya. Yeah, I can see stuff moving around down there. I can see cars moving, so hopefully you can see that. So yeah, otherwise I feel great. My mind is totally clear. I slept a little extra today. My upper body totally good, but it's just the legs, especially the feet, the inner ankle too, the accessory navicular, this like extra bone that some people have that is hurting a little bit in the left foot. So yeah, overall it seems like it's time to take a rest. I am worried about the schedule and whether I can make it to Tokyo in time. In the 30-day time limit that I set for myself. But as long as nothing crazy happens where I have to rest like 3 days or something, maybe 4 days, I can still make it in time. I'm making good time, good pace, so should be okay. But you never know, right? So I am concerned. I would rather get there early than just like exactly like on October 20th, which is the day before my flight. So a little worried, but doing okay. Should be okay as long as I can keep up the pace. So that's it. Hopefully you saw something there. I'm not sure if you did, but that's it. So if something interesting happens, I'll be back. Otherwise, it'll be day 11. There you go. Here is the view. This is the Kodama Shinkansen, the bullet train. So this is the slowest one. Nevertheless, it's picking up some good speed. We just left the first stop and we're heading off to the next one. So it should be around 15 minutes, I think, till Hamamatsu. And that's in Shizuoka Prefecture again. I think I just said that. Yeah, gonna see a friend there who's gonna give me a ride to like a sporting goods store and help me get some stuff so I can get ready for tomorrow, mend up my toe, the blistered up toe, and hopefully get started tomorrow. I may be walking backwards tomorrow. What I mean, like starting from Hamamatsu and going back to the place where I left off yesterday, but that may take 2 days or 3 days because it is a good chunk that I'm skipping just going into Hamamatsu today. But once I'm done with that, then I'll be able to go deeper into Shizuoka, which is going to be quite a long one. Tokaido Challenge Day 11 starts now. So, well, actually it started a while ago. Oh my gosh, so I'm in Hamamatsu, which is in Shizuoka. I got here yesterday. If you've been watching, you've been following along. I left from Nagoya. I had a blister on my left toe, which was healing, but it was painful, so I took the day off. And I got some shoes. Hopefully you can see them there. Oh, sorry, that's my GPS, my what's it called, Google Maps. Yeah, they're Tevas, they're athletic sandals. I went out with a good friend that I met through this whole digital art thing that I do. His name is Nickel. Well, he goes by the name of Nickel. Took me out to a local Aeon Mall because the Hamamatsu area is a bit rural, so it's not like you can just walk to these places. So, you know, he drove us there and got some unagi as well, did some shopping, got some bandages, whatever. So I'm feeling good. These shoes are much roomier than the other ones, so I think I'll be okay. Today I'm heading from Hamamatsu. I'm heading backwards for because it's not backwards for the Tokaido, but it's backwards for me because I'm going from Kyoto to Tokyo, but I'm heading in the Tokyo to Kyoto direction. Somebody on a bike probably looking at me weird, like who the hell is this guy talking into his phone with a white cane because, you know, blah blah blah, I'm legally blind. Oh, by the way, this is supposedly the Tokaido according to Google Maps. I don't know if like I don't know if this is like the old Tokaido or if this is like the highway Tokaido for cars or something. I'm not clear on this, but this might be one of the points where the old Tokaido intersects with one of these main roads instead of like off on a neighborhood kind of thing. Whatever the case, the map says it's Tokaido, so I'm walking the Tokaido. Yeah, so today, what's the plan for today? Today I'm walking backwards. In this, for me, relatively speaking, because I'm heading from Hamamatsu to Arai. So Arai is 2 post towns away from here. It's the second one from here, but it's in the direction towards Kyoto, like where I was coming from. But you know, I got a late start. I was really like experimenting with the shoes and trying like socks, no socks, and bandages and this and that, trying to find the most comfortable combination configuration. I think I found it. You know, yeah. So we're testing it out today. First day with these shoes, so I don't want to. I got to be careful. But anyway, today the course is all the way to Arai. Well, Arai Machi Station. The post town is in that area, obviously, and that'll be like 16, 17 kilometers, which is shorter than what I want to do. But if I can, and the daylight permits, and my feet aren't hurting, I will try to shoot for 20 kilometers or 21. By walking to the next train station. That would be an extra 3 or 4 kilometers, and that would save me a little bit of I would be able to, you know, do less tomorrow or the day after if I can do a little bit more today. But we'll see, because these are brand new shoes, and I don't know, you know, you never know with brand new shoes, right? You might get some friction points or something like that. So that's the plan. Trains over there. I don't think you can see it though. Wait, is it? No, I think it's over here. Sorry, it's kind of hard to tell, but I did hear a train going by. So yeah, that's the plan. I really needed that day off yesterday. I feel great today. and hopefully it all goes well today. I would love to get those 20 kilometers down today. As I said before, I am anxious. I'm a bit worried about going deeper into Shizuoka, because once I make back this distance that I go from Hamamatsu all the way back to Fujikawa, where I left off the day before yesterday in Aichi Prefecture, I'm going to be going deeper into Shizuoka Prefecture, and it's quite rural and mountainous. There are areas that I may have to like skip, maybe take a train or taxi again. I'm not sure. I was watching some videos yesterday of some people that did these areas, and there are some, they're called nansho, like difficult areas. So I'm not sure if I can bypass them by going on the highways. We'll see. I need to do a little more research. But if nobody's going to walk with me, then those are areas that I may have to skip, or maybe further research will reveal that it's not that bad if I go down the main road rather than whatever the people in the video were doing, like the old Tokaido. Because as I've said before, there are parts where the old Tokaido and, for example, route number one, Kokudo Ichigosen, or like these other roads, they divert. So if I can go off one of these main roads rather than the old Tokaido, I might be able to bypass these difficult parts. But again, it's tricky. You know, I don't want to do these areas by myself, because as I've said, you know, multiple times, I don't want to make it about this, but you know, I am legal blind, so this is something I have to do things a bit differently than your average person that could see like these you know, all these little roads and the signs, and make sure they've got their foot in the right place when they're walking up these mountains and all that. So like I love doing that stuff, but just it is dangerous doing it by myself. All right, so I'm moving on to Arai, which is actually in a different city. It's Kosei, I believe, is the name of the city. Hopefully I got that right. That is still in Shizuoka, so today it's going to be 100% Shizuoka. But then tomorrow I may be going back to Aichi. Well, I probably will be, yeah, one way or another. Because I do need to go back to Aichi, to the Toyohashi area, to finish off that chunk that I wasn't able to do yesterday. Whew. Okay, so you're all caught up. If I catch anything interesting along the way, I'll be back. Hopefully there will be something interesting. Yeah, all right, so that's it for now. All right, it's around 12 o'clock. I'm still heading towards Arai, and I'm making pretty good progress. I think I've been walking for maybe 2 hours 15, a little bit more, and I have like supposedly about an hour and a half left, according to Google Maps. Actually, I think it's a little bit less than that, but you know, it always ends up taking more than what it says. So it's been pretty easy to walk this area. It's only been in the last little while that it's gotten like this, although I suspect the other side might be easier for walking. So I might be crossing the street in a little bit. But yeah, this is pretty common. Like one side will kind of die out in terms of the sidewalk, and it's just like this little sliver of road. Oh, I can hear a school bell. That way. I guess we're approaching probably an elementary or junior high. I suppose it could be a high school as well. Hopefully you can hear that. The Big Ben chime. So making really good progress. The weather has been wonderful in that it's been cloudy, it's been breezy. It hasn't been super sunny like the other days. So I am feeling great. I haven't even sweat that much. I'm making really good progress. The shoes are feeling comfortable for now. Hopefully they stay that way. So I have zero complaints at the moment. So I'm gonna make it to Arai. Hopefully by 2, no later than 2:30, which means as long as I'm feeling okay, it seems like walking 1 more hour to the next train station in the direction of Toyohashi, which is the next train station is called Washizu. So walking to Washizu seems totally doable as long as I don't get horribly lost along the way from here to Arai, and as long as these shoes or my feet don't start hurting due to the shoes or whatever. But so far so good. Okay, still on the way to Arai. There's the train line over there. I'm not sure, I don't think, that doesn't sound like the bullet train. That's probably just the regular train. I think that might be the Tokaido line. I'm guessing. If it's JR, then it's probably the Tokaido line. There's water over here. I'm not sure what this is, like a river or what. It doesn't seem like a river, but can't really tell. I would love to get a shot of a train passing by. Let's see. By the way, cars are on this side. I don't think I've been on the route number 1 on the Kokudo Ichigosen this time today. It's been really quiet, nice, kind of off, those main roads the whole time. So it's been a very nice day. Good weather. I love the weather today. You can probably hear the breeze. I'm sorry, it's probably hitting the microphone. And I really want to get a train. Oh, I think I hear one. Yep, there's one coming. There we go. I hope that got in the shot nicely because I was, it's kind of bright on the screen, so it's hard to see. Yeah, I think it's probably just like 3-4 kilometers, maybe 4 kilometers to Arai, at least the station, and then I'm almost certain I'm going to keep on walking from there. I'm feeling pretty good. Alright, I made it to Araimachi station. So I think it's probably like a 10-15 minute walk to the actual post town from here. But this is the train station. Oh, sorry, train employee. They're cleaning, they're watching me like holding my Maji-san stuffed animal. I was taking pictures and I don't know, they must think I'm some weirdo. I guess I am. But anyway, I made it here. I made it before 2 o'clock, so this is the earliest I've gotten to a destination, a goal. But this was also the shortest one that I've ever done. Sorry, I'm putting my little Maji-san stuffed animal away into my bag, so I probably look horrible. Go look at this. Look at the street. Go see. It's better than whatever I was shooting before. I'll fix that later. Anyway, I definitely could easily make it to Washizu in about an hour, I think. Well, unless I get lost. But I want to play it safe. I still haven't fully recovered from that blister. I feel a little friction in that area. I think it might be better to just take it easy today. Do the 21 kilometers tomorrow to Toyohashi. Maybe slightly more if possible. And then from Toyohashi it would be another 25 kilometers to Fujikawa. So if I can split that up into like 22 and 23, something like that, that would be ideal. But in order to do that, maybe it would be best if I take the rest of the day easy today so that I don't, inadvertently like inflame that area up again, and then I'm screwed tomorrow when I have to walk more. So I'm gonna head on back to my hotel in Hamamatsu, and there's my bag, my cane, Maji-san's in there. See? And I need to do a little bit of work on the computer anyway, so it's good to have an early day. Here's the train, and I don't know if that's the way, yeah, I guess that's where I came from, so I'm going that way. So that's it for day 11, at least that's it for on the road. I don't know if there'll be anything in the hotel, but maybe. Anyway, that's it. Time to show you my hotel. So my hotel room. So you can probably hear the echo, sorry about that. So that's where you come in. This is right by Hamamatsu Station. It is just, yeah, like basically adjacent. So sorry, my stuff is all over the place. Computer, blah blah. Desk. Hey. So bed. It's all messy because I slept here last night. My socks. Yeah. It's really quite spacious over here. There's a view. What's this hotel called? It's Sorisu. Sorisu. Sorrisu. Just one of these words that probably doesn't mean anything, or it's Italian and I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, it's a queen size bed. I think it was like $65. And I'm staying here at least 4 nights. So I'm happy with the rate and how this is totally normal bathroom. There's a convenience. There's a 7-Eleven store, convenience store right downstairs. Ouch! I just bumped into my shoulder into the thing. um, Super convenient. There's a big camera, like electronics store, like less than 5 minutes away. There's a bunch of restaurants right next door. This is super convenient. So very happy with my choice here. And then from here on, I'll probably go to Shizuoka City. That'll be the next hotel where I'll be. So wanted to mention a couple things. Let me see. Trying to eat healthy, getting some yogurt. But I had some chicken katsu tonight. It was a big meal. Had pineapple at the end. It was good. It was like 1,210 yen. And I live in Hawaii. That meal would have probably cost like over $20 with tip, maybe $25. And it cost 1,210 yen, which is like what, like $9 at the moment as of October 2023. So less than half probably of what I would have paid in Hawaii, and it was a good meal. So the exchange rate right now is amazing. If when you're watching this, the exchange rate is still good, come on over to Japan because you're saving a lot of money if you're making money in dollars. Two, I wanted to mention just a couple things, and like I know that this journey has been like me just I'm here, this is where I'm going. Oh look, I saw a train, a bridge, and that is kind of what it is for me. Because I don't have the time to stop to read all about like a location or something. Like I try to read a little bit like beforehand, just partially for my own safety, just so I know like, is this a safe place? Is this, kind of a mountainous area, whatever, just to understand the history. But for example, like Arai today, the place that I went to today, really interesting history, it seems, and I don't know that much about it, but it seems that like due to tsunamis and earthquakes, like that post town has moved around several times. And again, I only went to the station, so I didn't go to the actual post town. I don't know what it actually looks like, but there was a checkpoint on the water and on the land, so that was a pretty unique thing. Like I think that you don't see like a double checkpoint. Like the checkpoints were right, so people were traveling. They had like passport-like things. They were much looser back in those days, right? But the people would show these at the checkpoints just to make sure that they have the authority to travel, right? Because travel was very controlled. I'm talking like back in the Edo period. So this was like 1600, 1868, right? That's that time frame, 1600 to 1868. Of course, that's a long time period. So, I can't say like it was exactly the same at the beginning and the end, but you get the idea, right? Like there was this long period where, the Tokugawa family, I guess, was in power and they controlled it, and that was how things were done. So these checkpoints were to make sure that people that were supposed to be crossing were crossing, and the people that weren't supposed to be crossing weren't crossing. And there's tons of great history there, but I just, that is something that I can always look up later and learn about later or the day before. But right now, like for me, it's been like this crazy race in a way to get to these locations on time and to keep going so I can make it in time to Tokyo, because I have a hard date, October 21st. I need to get there. Today is October 1st. So I've made it over a third, and by the end of the week, I think I'll be over half, I think. And then yeah, Shizuoka, that's the thing that's worrying me at the moment, but it is what it is. I'll take it day by day. But like I'll try to share stuff when I can about like the history and stuff. But when I can't, sorry, it really is about me and seeing, can I make to this? Can I make it to Tokyo on time? Right? Like that's kind of like what this thing is, and about the challenges that I face along the way as somebody with a visual impairment. This thing has been a high, I wouldn't say high stress, but I am on alert. I'm always like, paying attention and trying to make sure that I'm staying safe, especially when I'm in these roads that have like no sidewalks and I'm lost in the middle of nowhere or things are getting dark. So for me, it's about kind of battling these things instead of like the sightseeing. Like I know that there are signs and there's like, oh, this is the famous mochi, like whatever shop in the area. I know I've seen that in videos and people stop and they're like, oh, I ate the mochi or whatever, the taiyaki or whatever the sweets are from that area. I can't see those signs. I totally missed that. Like I can't. Like I could experience it if I was constantly looking things up, but I don't have the time to do that. So, like I'm focusing on what I can do rather than what I can't do. And for me, this is a trip about accomplishing something, and that is showing that I can do it from, walk from Kyoto to Tokyo, right? That I can, yes, I will be skipping maybe once or two or three times. I don't know, like these really, really difficult parts that I would need to do with somebody. But yeah, it's that's kind of a, how can I put it? Like I'm kind of trying to prove to myself that I can do this. I'm enjoying the experience of accomplishing, like getting to these checkpoints, and also I'm hoping that this in its own weird way. I know the camera is like horrible, and like you see like half of my face for some of these videos. It is what it is. But again, I'm focusing on what I can do. So rather than saying I can't get the perfect camera shot, I know I'm not gonna get Mount Fuji in the background and this and that, and I want this scenic picturesque town and the beautiful picture at sunset. Like I can't do that. I know I can't do that. So rather than focusing on that, I'm focusing on what I can do, and I'm documenting this. And if you just want to listen to this, you can listen to it. If you want to watch the horrible video that I'm shooting right now, you can watch it. You can get like dizzy because it's probably like I'm spitting too much, probably. But there is information here, and I hope it's valuable to somebody, even if it's just like, oh wow, this guy did this. But I'm sharing the information about the hotels and stuff because I do think that's kind of valuable if you ever want to do anything like this, right? Like even if you can see, it's always better to have a convenient hotel. And this is fairly affordable. I think it's quite affordable if you're earning dollars. Like for yen, it does feel more expensive, but again, like 60 something dollars for 63 or something for like a big bed, big space. You can put all your luggage there. There's a nice desk there. So like you can find affordable options. This is Hamamatsu, so it's not like a high demand area, but still. Anyway, I'm going to try to book my Shizuoka City hotel tonight, so I can have something set up for the weekend. And then there's a gap day there. I don't know if I should go to Shizuoka or stay here. So anyway, I'm gonna get to that, and then tomorrow we're walking from Arai to Toyohashi. So I'm crossing back into Aichi. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know what the cross, like if there's a river or something that marks the difference, but whatever. We'll see. I don't really know what's in that area. Yoshida-juku is the post town, but I'm probably heading straight to Toyohashi Station, which is a fairly well-known city in Aichi Prefecture, I think. So, all right. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll be back in day 12. Tokaido Challenge Day 12. I'm still in Shizuoka, walking backwards, heading back towards Aichi Prefecture, Toyohashi specifically, the city of Toyohashi. It's about 20 kilometers from here. I found this gate. I don't know what the gate is for. Usually these are for like temples, maybe like, you might see them at like a castle, but I know I'm not at a castle, right? I don't know, maybe that's a temple? I'm not sure. On the other side, I just came from that way. I know that's not a castle, right? So maybe there's a temple around the corner or something, or maybe a garden. I know there's a sign here, but I can't read it because I literally just can't make it out. My eyesight is not good enough to make out the text. I just know that there's text there. So yeah, like I come across this stuff occasionally, or I totally bypass it. I'm not even aware that like there's some famous thing in the area, because I just don't see the sign that points to it. But that's just how it is, right? That's because, I'm legally blind. And hey, my name is Tony, by the way. And I'm walking from Kyoto to Tokyo. So I am walking from Kyoto to Tokyo, but due to like the hotel movements and stuff, like I had to go to Hamamatsu, and then now I'm filling in the gap between Hamamatsu to Fujikawa Station in Aichi Prefecture in Okazaki City. So today I'm heading back to Toyohashi from Arai, which is in Shizuoka. So I'm gonna get on that, and then probably do another update video somewhere along the way. Whew. Okay, Google Maps has taken me off a side road. This is probably on the outskirts of Shizuoka, very close to Aichi. This is can you see that? I'm not sure. Doesn't sound like a car, but some kind of farming vehicle or something. Oh, geez, sorry, that's the phone. Yeah, so nice little side area here. This is probably still Kosei City in Shizuoka, and I think I'm gonna make a left coming up. That might take me to a more central main road, but just wanted to show you this nice little area. These little like side streets are just, you know, very nice, beautiful. Unfortunately, sometimes they get confusing, and then Google Maps gets all like, turn right, turn left, turn right, turn left, and I waste so much time in those situations. So I hope that's not what happens here. I think I can hear the train. Maybe that way. Yeah, but you know, sometimes I do end up in these nice little hidden, in a way, I guess, spots. These little areas that I would never come to. I mean, there's plenty of these across Japan, of course, but still, it's a nice break from the cars and the way here. There were a few areas without sidewalks, so that wasn't very nice. But hey, this is wide open. Onwards. All right, so Google Maps is telling me to turn left here, and remember how I said how Google Maps can be frustrating sometimes. Well, there's a rope. I don't know if you can see it from here. There's a rope when you turn left and you go in this way. I can hear the train over there, so that means that's the main area, like that's a more central road. So it seems like if I go that way, I'll get there, but there's a rope there that's maybe it's only for so that cars don't pass, but maybe pedestrians can go through. But Google Maps has sent me this way, and I thought I heard somebody over there. I would like to ask them. So I don't have to walk like, I mean, it wasn't super long, but I would have to go back quite a ways, and then I don't know if I can cross over that way. You know, there's a reason why Google Maps took me this way, and maybe it's because this is supposed to be shorter, but I also just don't know. So if I didn't have to walk back, I would prefer that, but I don't know. So this is one of those situations where Google Maps has screwed me over. Okay, I'm gonna look for somebody. Maybe I can find somebody. Okay, so I kind of figured it out. Well, so you may remember in the last clip, I probably showed you that somebody was on some kind of farming machine, I guess, or operating it. I don't know if it was a tractor or what. But so what I did was I walked back towards the road that I was on before, that I was mentioning, like, oh, I hear the train that way. So, but that road, it seemed like really difficult to walk down. So I ended up backtracking again to that rural street with the guy on the tractor or whatever it was. I don't even know what it was because I couldn't see it. But basically, I had to yell out to him, ask him for directions. And he was kind enough to kind of take me down to the end of the street where I was stuck. And it turned out that I had to turn a little bit right before the road turned left. So like Google Maps was telling me to turn left immediately, but it was actually like first turn right, then turn left. And so now I'm on this road. You have to walk like half a kilometer. It's not exactly the best road to be walking down on here. There's no real sidewalk, but it is what it is. So I think maybe at the end of this, like 400 meters or whatever, I'll get back down to the main road, one of the Kokudo, the national routes, whatever. I don't know which one it'll be, but at least I'm making progress again. That must have been 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes of just walking aimlessly, trying to find the way out. I mean, it was a nice neighborhood, I guess, but I don't know if you can even say it was a neighborhood because it was just like farms. But hey, you know, I found someone. And I gotta say, this area doesn't smell too good. Not all of it, but I think it's probably manure. It has that kind of smell. Because again, there's probably like just farm on maybe on the other side of these trees. It might be farm as well. Whew, okay, so that was hopefully the only big time sink of the day. I hope so. But I do hear the train. I'm close. I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to get to the train yet because I still have probably like 16, 17 kilometers to Toyohashi. But at the very least, if I'm near the train, I know I'm near like civilization. Oh my god, I don't want to be on this road. But yeah, you saw that car was kind of zooming by. But I don't think there's a sidewalk on the other side either. So I'm trying to stick to, as far off to the edge as I can. But, I also don't like to get too much to the edge because then sometimes there's those gutters and there can be holes and stuff like that. So it's a difficult balance. So I'm just, holding my cane, hoping people see it. Well, I hope they see me before they see the cane, and then they see the cane on top of that. So, it's a double. Like, oh, okay, this guy's, for some reason, he's in this middle of nowhere of Shizuoka, walking on the street that he probably shouldn't be walking on. And he's blind. Okay, I guess I'll move out of the way, huh? That's been the hope all along. And it's worked for me so far. I think I'm approaching 40% of, on my way to Tokyo, about 60% left. I made it this far. I think I can make it the rest of the way. Oh my goodness. All right. I will keep walking. I should be approaching a turn soon. And then hopefully that'll be a main road. And I sure hope there's a sidewalk over there. All right. So I got off that road. Now I'm in this, I don't know, it's this little side street thing. There's water down there. This might be like some kind of irrigation thing, maybe, because there's a lot of farmland around here. Totally guessing. But I have to walk a little over a kilometer down this road, but at least there's no cars. There was like one person back there. I don't know, they were doing something with the water. Not much else around here, but I prefer this over walking down that like sidewalkless, like kind of slopey road with cars going by. But at least it seems like I'm back on track. I don't know, like, if at the end of this it's going to be a main road. That would be nice. But I don't know. Oh, goodness. I think I still have like 16 kilometers till Toyohashi. I have a feeling that this is still Shizuoka. And once I start getting into Aichi and back on like the main roads, I think it'll be a lot more sidewalks and bike lanes, which will make it possible for me to speed up a bit. So I should be able to make it by the usual time, which is around 4 p.m. But even if it's a little bit later, it's still okay because there's still daylight until like 5:30 or so. So I've got time. And I'm making good progress again right now. So at least for this kilometer, and then hopefully I can keep the speed going. Oh, there is a car coming. I think. I thought I heard it. Maybe it was just passing by. All right. I'm starting to hear cars again, so maybe I guess I am heading towards a more central. Yeah, I see the cars now. Okay. All right. Let's see what Google Maps says now. Sidewalk. This is, yeah, it's oh my god, it's a walking area. Yay! I'm back on one of these bigger roads. Woo! Okay, so I have to head this way. I honestly don't know how long. I didn't even look at the Google Maps. I just saw the sidewalk and thought, I'm going to shoot a video of this because Whew, it's been a while since I've been on this. All right, but this is good. This is good. It's those little side streets. Oh man, they're nice. They're picturesque, but they can really mess me up because they can be hard to get through sometimes. In that, like, there's little streets and Google Maps gets all buggy and doesn't know, like, turn left, turn right, and then, you know, I'm stuck in these for a while. But once I'm out here, usually it's fairly straightforward. It's like just walk for a kilometer, 2 kilometers, 4 kilometers, and just stay on the road. All right, so I'm gonna look at the map and keep going. It's been a while since I left the rural area that I was in. I'm almost 100% certain this is Aichi, and I think this is route number 1. And it's probably been a while since I've been on route number 1. I'm not even sure if I was on it today or yesterday, maybe briefly. So this is, you know, once you're on route number 1, it's like, it's kind of looks the same, right? But hey, there's sidewalks, so that's always nice. A while ago, quite a while ago, is when I got out of the rural area. Then I was looking for a bathroom. Sorry, the wind is kind of strong. Trying to cover it a bit, but I think you should be able to make out what I'm saying. I was trying to find a bathroom, and then I found like a building. I was peering in the window to see what it was. One was like a senior care center. The other one, I'm not sure, but then the guy came out. I was like, oh, can I help you? I was like, oh, I'm just looking for a place to take a break because I'm walking to Toyohashi. And then he pointed me to a convenience store, and I crossed the street in the direction that he pointed at. But I couldn't find it, so then I ended up just going to a gasoline station to take a break. And that's been one of the most reliable places to use a restroom, get a cold drink, and just sit down for a bit. Because, well, for me, okay, so number 1, I'm walking in these areas that are primarily for cars, or like exclusively for cars pretty much, maybe bicycles and the occasional pedestrian. So there's a good amount of gasoline stations. Number 2, because of my eyesight, you know, I can't see very well, and these convenience stores tend to be a little bit more inside, like a little bit more that way, you know. So there's a parking lot, but then I can't tell what's inside, and a lot of times it's not a convenience store. It can often be just like, you know, housing, or just, I don't know, like a mechanic shop or something. Who knows? Like I don't really know. Like, for example, I don't know what this is. I guess it might be a business. I mean, it doesn't seem like a house. You tell me, maybe you can see a sign in the video. You can drop a comment. But that's what I mean. Like, I see stuff like, oh, there's a sign there, right? No, that's a car. See, I can't tell. Anyway, there's a walkway. I know that, but it doesn't, I'm pretty, see, or like these flags, like, I can see there's the flags. Can't really make out what it says. This might be a convenience store. It's some kind of business. Car coming, whatever. They're stopping for me. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it gets awkward like that. And, well, I have the cane, so I have the right of way. And, you know, I measure it so that I don't just walk, you know, directly into the car. But, you know, sometimes you get those, like, oh, should I go? Should I stay? And then, you know, they stop, so then I go. But anyway, yeah, so the convenience stores can be hard to spot. But the gasoline stations, they're much easier to spot because they're outside. They have like the big awning. The cars are coming in and out. You can smell the gas and the fumes. A lot of times they're playing music outside, and often it's like their proprietary radio. So it'll say like, this is the gasoline station and we're playing this music, and, you know, just like a radio show, but it's like the recorded for the gas chain, the gas station chain. So like I can hear that and go, oh, okay, it's a gas station. So often I just end up finding the gasoline stations and taking a break there. That's what I did this time. And now I have less than 2 hours left till I arrive in Toyohashi. It's probably going to be about 2 hours. It might take a little longer. I really hope I don't get lost again. My left calf, oh, see, and then sometimes when I find this, you know, especially when I've been in a rural area and then all of a sudden I find one of these, I know, like, okay, at least I'm like kind of back in civilization. Sometimes these are in fairly rural areas, but The raised walkways, they call them the yellow, what's it like, textual, I don't know what they're called in English. The raised yellow lines, like the guide for the visually impaired. So, when I come across this, I'm like, oh, okay, at least I'm, near something. And this has been kind of helpful. Sorry. So, as long as I don't get lost again, hopefully I think I can make it in about 2 hours, which would mean I think I'd be arriving at the station, I think around 4:30 or, yeah, roughly, which is okay. It would still be light out. Once you get into the 5 o'clock hour, it does get on the dark side, but should be okay. Especially like I said, I think we're in Aichi, and we're heading towards the city. Toyohashi is a fairly well-known city, so I assume it's kind of big at least. So that means it'll be there'll be more sidewalks and stuff. Once you get on the rural areas, and it's like what I was showing you earlier, right? The fields and all that. So I'm just gonna keep on walking. My left calf muscle is a little I feel like pulled it a little bit. So I had to let the car pass. There's cars coming. So, it's all a coordinated dance. And the car waiting there. And then, so I kind of feel like I might have pulled the left muscle on the calf a little bit. But I have some, that like salam pass, that things for the muscles, those pads. And then I also have like the roll-on like cream lotion kind of thing also, so I'll put that on tonight. Should be okay for tomorrow. It's nothing major. When I'm walking I don't feel it, but got less than 10 kilometers to go, so I'm gonna focus on that, try to get there before it gets dark. All right, I'm in Toyohashi. I made it. I'm sure I made it like way after I was hoping I would, but it's still light out, so I still have time. I didn't make it like barely under the wire. So the trains are over there. Well, I think there's trains on the other side too. So I'm gonna look for my train. I did get lost like once or twice more since whatever the last time I shot a video was. And my left calf is feeling not that great. So I'm gonna put on one of those salam pass things tonight, take it easy, get some dinner when I get back to Hamamatsu, and get ready for tomorrow, hopefully, because I really want to just get this this chunk, so I can say that I made it to Hamamatsu, so to speak, right? Because I have this one last chunk in Aichi, from here, Toyohashi Station, to Fujikawa, and after I'm done with that, then it'll be just starting from Hamamatsu into Shizuoka. So that's it. Going to find my train and heading back to Hamamatsu. Tokaido Challenge Day 13. My name is Tony. I'm walking from Kyoto to Tokyo. Trying to do it within 30 days. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I'm getting a bit worried. It's day 13. I've taken 2 days off. If I can make it to my destination today, I will be pretty close to the 50% mark. I don't know the exact calculation, but I think I'll be over 200 kilometers of progress. There was a little chunk where I had to take a taxi. That was in Aichi Prefecture, and that was due to it just being too dangerous / impossible for me to do by myself, because I either had to walk this like mountain trail, which by the way, I'm legally blind, so that's why I'm talking about it being dangerous, to do it by myself. And the other option, so I either had to do this mountain trail by myself, which I'm okay with doing it, but I wouldn't do it by myself because that's dangerous. And then the other option was to walk through this area, which was definitely not for pedestrians and probably illegal to walk through a tunnel that I had already been stopped for walking. Sorry, my English not too good. So in Kyoto, I walked through a tunnel which was not supposed to. Jeez, yeah. So, oh my God. Yeah, so you're not supposed to walk through tunnels if you're a pedestrian, right? That's not for pedestrians. It's probably illegal. I got stopped by the police. Go back. You can watch. I think that was day one. So I wanted to avoid that. So I ended up taking a taxi. Anyway, the point is, I'm in Toyohashi in Aichi Prefecture, and today I'm trying to walk to Fujikawa, also in Aichi Prefecture, which is 24 kilometers. Now, yesterday was a little bit of a tough day. I was walking backwards from Shizuoka to Aichi because I had to move hotels and then make my way back to the gap that I skipped. Unfortunately, that Shizuoka Aichi transition, that was annoying. Like, it was really rural and like little country roads, and it really drained me. And my left calf was bothering me last night. It's recovered. Not 100%. I am definitely not 100%, but I'm better than I was last night. At least it's not hurting, but I do feel it a little bit. So I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to do the full 24 kilometers today. It's just going to be too much for my leg. But we'll see. I'm on my way. By the way, so currently it's October 3rd. I started walking September 21st, 2023, so day 13. The weather is definitely starting to transition. So like maybe 5-6 days ago, it was hot. Like it was quite hot. Right now it's really cool. Like it's actually great weather for walking all day. Not too sunny, no rain. I've been really, really fortunate with the weather, and now that I just said that, it's probably going to start raining like this afternoon. But hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully no typhoons. The weather just has been so good. Even the hot weather, like it wasn't as bad as it could have been, and hot weather, whatever, you deal with it. Rain is just not good. So it's starting to cool down, but I know it heats up as you get later in the day. But even then, it's still not as bad as it was like 5 days ago. So, of course, we're heading deeper into autumn, so it's going to keep cooling down. I do have a very light down jacket, which is very warm, so that can keep me. That'll keep me warm for as cold as whatever it gets. It's not going to get deep winter cold, but even if it gets quite cold, that down jacket will totally be fine. It's just one more layer I have to wear, and not great, but it is what it is. That is part of the plan. I knew it was going to get cooler, so no big deal there. Anyway, so I'm heading to Fujikawa, where I left off like 4 or 5 days ago, and then that should fill in the gap. I may be 40% or over at this point, on my way to Tokyo, and then once I fill this in, I think it'll be quite possibly like 2 days more, and then I'll be at the halfway point. Except as I go into Shizuoka, it could get more challenging, or it's probably going to get more challenging because it gets more rural, and there are those like mountain areas, and I need to do more research. I'm going to look into tonight for like the next chunk leaving from Hamamatsu into Shizuoka. So the next stop would be Mitsuke, and then I forgot what the name of the next post town after that is. So hey, look at that, I just ran into a dead end. See, I told you I'm legally blind. I just walked into a dead end there. So anyway, Mitsuke is interesting because as you're walking from Kyoto, that's the first place along the Tokaido where you can actually see Mount Fuji. Now, I won't be able to see it, but in theory, that is a place where you can see Mount Fuji from. Okay, good. See, that was a pedestrian crosswalk, and I didn't. Well, I saw it kind of, but I didn't know that it was cut off there. So, the Google Maps is telling me to keep walking like almost a kilometer this way. It's probably down to like 600 meters or so. So I'm gonna try to do that. I don't know. I think I have to cross. See, this is just the stuff that I have to deal with, which ends up sucking away time. I think I may have to go up the pedestrian crosswalk. Or maybe walk a little further this way. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, so I'm gonna
turn left.
Sorry. Apparently, I have to turn left, but I'm not sure when I have to turn left. So I'm gonna figure this out, and then hopefully I don't come back saying I'm lost. hopefully I come back saying, hey, this is a cool bridge or something like that. So I'm gonna get on that. I don't know, I really hope I don't get lost here, but basically I was walking that way. You know, I'm still obviously in Aichi. And then it said, come down this way. The Google Map said, come down this way, 250 meters. I'm having flashbacks of yesterday when I got lost in what was probably Shizuoka, in that like farm land. Oh, okay. I hope I don't get lost here. Oh goodness. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna pay attention here to the road because this is gravel. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, I had to cross this like wilderness here. Like the gravel path was all the way over there, and then it got to this like grassy weed pass. And I think, well, I know the road is over there. Like I can literally, yeah, I can see the cars passing. I can hear it. It definitely sounds like a bigger road. I just have to cut through this, and then, geez, this is, man, Google Maps. You found, I don't know if you found a great shortcut or a horrible like way there. Geez, and I know there's like a hole there. I think that's like a canal or something. So I'm being really careful here. Okay, I made it through. I saw somebody there. Oh my God, sidewalk. You know, there times like these you go like, I'm so happy I found a sidewalk. Okay, I think I have to turn left here, but I have to check the map. So that's it for now. Oh wait, I came from over there. You see that? Oh, grass. All right, so I'm in a Loteria. That's a Japanese fast food place. Yeah, it's my food. I just saw a place on the side of the road, checked it out, turned out to be a Loteria. Roteria, I don't know how you say it in English, but whatever. I'm gonna eat something, and then I gotta keep going because I have like 13 kilometers to go, and it's like 1:20. That, according to Google Maps, it's gonna take like 3 hours. So today's gonna be a little bit close. I'm probably gonna make it around 5 o'clock, but it's still bright out at 5 o'clock. But by like 5:30, it might be a little too much. So I've got a little bit of leeway. But it's gonna be a little tight. It's our old friend Kokudo Ichigo-sen. So it's route number 1 again. I don't remember if I was on this. I think I was on it for a little while, but I wasn't paying much attention. I was looking for a restroom, and that's actually the main reason why I went to that Loteria that I ate at. I just, walked in. I didn't even know what it was, but well, I knew it was a fast food place when I walked in, just because of the way it was laid out and the sounds and all that. So anyway, used the restroom, got back out. So I think I started eating at like 1:21 or something, and I was back on the street 1:42, 1:41. So I have to walk 7.6 kilometers from that Loteria to wherever my next turn is. But in total, it's like 13 kilometers. So it's gonna be a tight schedule. Gonna keep on walking. At least there's sidewalk. Oh my goodness, at least there's sidewalk, because that makes it so much easier to walk and actually keep up a good pace. So, I wanna make it so bad to Fujikawa. Really wanna make it to Fujikawa. It should be fine. And if I can't, I can't. Whatever it is, what it is. But I want to get this last chunk down so that I can say that I made the progress. I made progress, or I've advanced from Kyoto to Hamamatsu and Shizuoka. Whew. Almost at the halfway point of the whole journey. Should be reaching that in the next couple days. I haven't quite done the calculations exactly, but I know that the middle post town is coming up soon. I can't remember what it was called. Fujieda, I think. Anyway, I'll have to look into that tonight and tomorrow, just little by little. So I'm gonna listen to some Eurobeat and just keep on walking, because I got a long one here. This is a long stretch. All right, walk. Fujikawa, walking to Fujikawa. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy by myself, just walking all by myself on the route number 1. And I'm not even halfway to Tokyo. It's only good. Once I get to Kanto, I'll be better. But Shizuoka up to like Hakone. That's where I'm you know, that's the like probably gonna be the trickiest part, most difficult potentially part of this whole trip. Because it's right at the middle, and it's right when you're, you know, well, for me, you know, like I'm gonna be in the toughest psychological spot. You know, I won't be seeing a lot of people. I'll be, you know, kind of after half a month of this, you know, you start to get mentally tired, and it is a more challenging rural mountainous area. So, we'll see. But again, research before I make any final decisions. Let me cross the street, and then I will stop the video because I gotta keep walking so that I can make it to Fujikawa by the time or before it gets dark. You like my singing? I hope you do. Otherwise, you're clicking off the video, and that's not good for the retention. Oh my god, if you're watching this ridiculous camera, this ridiculous video, thank you. Leave a comment if you're still watching. Hell yeah! Alright, that's it for this clip. I turned off the main road. I have about 4 kilometers left. I think, well, at least the road is called Tokaido. This may not be the old Tokaido, but it's a Tokaido. I don't know, it kind of seems like the old Tokaido, like, you know, this out of the, off the main path, kind of quiet road. So who knows? Anyway, I gotta walk like 1.2 kilometers on this. Oh man, I'm more like animated, I guess, when I'm on these videos. But woo, that last 7.6 kilometer chunk, I was in a little bit of a like autopilot mode, in that like it just, yeah, it's like 1 foot, next foot, 1 foot, next foot, step, just trying to stay on it and keep going. The left calf Achilles area is painful, not horrible, like I can walk okay. Again, yesterday was worse. I should be able to do this less than 4 kilometers at this point, probably. I may be in the 3 kilometer range, 3.8 or something. So I should be able to do this. What is it, like 3:30, I think? So yeah, my estimate for between 4:30 to 5 seems accurate. That is if I don't get lost. Man, the last kilometer or so, 2 kilometers sometimes, those can be real killers, because you start to get into the more neighborhood kind of areas sometimes, and that really screws up the time, wastes time when you get lost, and then, you know, especially at the end of the day, it gets darker. Whew, hopefully that doesn't happen, but still making good time. My calf is holding up, you know, and so far it's gone about as smooth as it can go. Okay, so gonna walk this last few kilometers, and then hopefully I'll get to Fujikawa with no problem, and I can sit in a nice comfy train, woo, and then go back to Toyohashi where I have to change trains, and then head on to Hamamatsu, and yeah, I'll be ready to, I don't know, I may have to buy a couple things, but pretty much just go to my room and sit down and not have to walk around. Oh, all right, time to keep walking. About 1 kilometer left. Still got daylight. We're good. We're gonna make it. Google Maps just bugged out, but I asked somebody for directions, a nice lady, and she said keep going around 800 meters, and then Google Maps came back to its senses. It says about 1 kilometer, so we're good. We're walking down here, and then we're getting to Fujikawa, and then we're celebrating, because woo! I was worried I wasn't gonna make it, but it looks like we're all good. it looks like we're all good. So just gonna walk this last kilometer and
turn right.
Oh my goodness, sorry. Gonna walk this last kilometer and I am so looking forward to sitting in that train. Did it. All right, I'm back at Fujikawa. This is where I was a few days ago. Oh, that's it. Aichi Prefecture is done. Toyohashi to Fujikawa is done, and Kyoto to Hamamatsu is done. I'm going on the platform. I'm waiting for my train. I'm heading the heck back to Hamamatsu. Shizuoka's up next. Thank you so much for watching part 4 of the Tokaido Challenge video series. Don't forget to subscribe. Drop me a comment. Tell me, did you enjoy it? Do you have any questions? Do you want to find out more about the Tokaido Road? Do you want to do this yourself? Is there anything that you want to check out from what you've seen so far? I would love to hear your thoughts, questions, opinions. Also, if you want to support the show financially, you can head on over to japankyo.com/Patreon, join for as little as $1 a month, or ko-fi.com/Japankyo for a one-time donation. Thank you so much for watching part 4. I'll be back in part 5.